Hello guys, it's Hannah. Last week I went to London and I'm still so happy about that because I always have such a great time. So I went online and I tried looking up if there already was a tag video or something like that about London or about the UK. And I actually found a tag created originally by Lily Pebbles and Anna from Viviana Does Makeup. I will link the video. It's years and years old, by the way. But I decided to change it up slightly because some of their questions were about beauty and I don't know anything about that. I don't really have anything to say there. So I just renewed it, changed a few questions, and if any of you watching would like to do either this or the original version, go ahead and leave me links, please. I would like to watch it. But let's just jump straight into it. Question 1. Where are you from? I am from the Czech Republic. I've always lived in Prague. Question 2. What's your London history? I hope this question makes sense. Ever since I can remember, basically, I've always loved London and I've always talked about it. The first time I went there was when I was 15 and I was already saying that it was my favorite city before I even went. Then I came back a few more times and in 2015 I actually had the opportunity to live and study there for 5 months, which was probably the best 5 months of my life. I just enjoyed it so much and I kept reminding myself like, oh my gosh, I live in London, that's so cool. Yeah, I just enjoyed it immensely. Since then I've been coming back approximately every 3 months or so to visit my good friend and also to see as much theatre as possible. Question 3. What would your perfect day in London include? So I would be staying at my friend's place and we would have a nice big breakfast at home. Then we would have a nice walk. Maybe we would find one of those free little libraries people build from like the post box or something like that. I would bring an old book of mine and exchange it for a nice different one. Then we would walk in one of the lovely parks, maybe St. James, and have a picnic for lunch. We could maybe meet some more friends for that. And then we would go for a matinee show with somebody I like starring in it. So maybe Imelda Staunton or Jenna Russell actually. Lately I've been obsessed with her. And then after the show we would accidentally bump into her on the street. I actually did accidentally bump into Jenna Russell on the tube, but I didn't approach her because it didn't seem appropriate. So this time we would have a nice long chat and we would basically become friends. And then there would be another great show in the evening. If the matinee was a musical, this would be a straight play, maybe something slightly political. That would be all, I think. Maybe we could sit for a bit in the bar or just go home and chat about the experiences. Basically, my days really do look kind of like that. I would just like to increase the frequency of seeing the really great shows and really great people. Number 4, favorite area. My favorite area in London is probably Bloomsbury. That's somewhere I would love to live, even though I don't think that's really possible for anyone, really. I always used to stay there in hostels because it's such a lovely, calm area with nice little parks, but it's so close to the center, so you can just walk everywhere. I love that there's so many universities. It just has a nice atmosphere. Question 5. Favorite park? Obviously, St. James Park is really beautiful. I love to go there and take photos of ducks. The My Fair Lady song always pops up in my head, you know. One day I'll be famous, I'll be proper and prim. Go to St. James so often I will call it St. Jim. I don't really know anyone who will get the reference, but in my head I always think St. Jim. But I also absolutely love Regent's Park and Primrose Hill because that's the area where I used to live when I studied in London. Number 6. Tip for the tube. This won't probably be anything groundbreaking, but I would just say be prepared that it's gonna be incredibly hot. So maybe take off some layers while you have a bit of space around you. Number 7, favorite shop or market. I usually go to Primark just to buy some basics, but generally I don't really shop that much in London. I spend all my money on theatre. As far as markets go, I quite like trying different foods at Camden Market and just browsing all the weird stuff people sell there. Number 8, favorite gallery or museum. Obviously the National Gallery is brilliant. That's the one I've definitely been to most often. But if you're not into art that much, it can be a bit intimidating. So I also love, for example, Wallis collection, which is quite small, so it's really manageable, and it's not just like an empty gallery room, but there's also some, I don't know, pieces of furniture or something, that's very nice. I also like Tate Britain, especially the Turner collection. Really, all of the free museums are so cool. Number 9, favorite theatre or concert venue. My favorite theatre, judging just by the actual productions, is the Almeida, but I also absolutely love the National Theatre. I love to go there. I love that you can spend some time there and just sit around, browse the brilliant bookshop, or buy a sandwich or something. I love the sort of community function of it. And last, number 10, your London secret. Not sure if this is a secret, probably not everyone knows about this. I would say day tickets. If you want to see a show, you can probably Google or just ask at the box office if they do day tickets, and that way you can get seats at a greatly reduced price. Another tip would be Twitter. If you like some performers, just follow them on Twitter. I find that it's the best way how to know about all the projects they're involved with, but also how to get to know different projects with similar type of people, because they often can recommend something their friend is doing or something like that. I think that's really useful to get personal recommendations this way. Those were all the questions. I hope that it was at least a bit interesting for you. If you'd like to hear more theatre-going tips from me, please subscribe. Have a lovely rest of the day. Bye!